The Monaco Grand Prix, located in the city of Monaco, just on the bearing of the Ligurian Sea. 33 laps this evening. I believe I completely forgot my little cheat sheet. I think it is 19 corners. There are 10 to the right, 9 to the left. You guys can make sure I'm probably wrong about that. But here at short qualifying, 39 laps these guys are going to have to contend with. What a great race we've had in Tier 3 and Tier 2. But this is Tier 1. SF1 Roads in the comms room to bring you guys all the action. Both Mercedes on a flyer. Now we're going to sit in the pits until I get my voice ready to go. Unfortunately, I would let the T1 guys know that I haven't sorted the party chat for some reason yet. I haven't had time this evening. It was quite a busy day for myself, so I hope to get that back under wraps come the next Grand Prix. But we are here for Tier 1, the Monaco Grand Prix, the crown jewel, as they say, in motorsports. Let's see if these guys can survive this evening. We've seen quite a few guys TNF throughout the weekend. But let's jump through and figure out who's on the first flyer. Is it going to be Jamie? No, I think it's his teammate. IRL Mats is now on a flyer. We're right aboard with one of these guys for a nice hot lap. Let's see what kind of time the McLaren driver can do this evening. Is on that soft compound. There's one driver, actually two drivers, three drivers on a medium compound. That is SF1 Stig, that is SF1 Harrison, SF1 Harrison and Eke. The Seal sets the fastest time of the session with a 10.5. Cressy puts in, other times are coming in. Smith goes a 10.2. Seal was a 10.5. We have Cressy in a 10.8. We have Elise in 11.3. Following along with Matt, see what kind of time he can put in on that McLaren. Crushing, gut-wrenching, real Grand Prix, the Russian Grand Prix today. If you guys are watching Norris, that ending of that race was just a heartbreaker, I would have to say. But Matt's taking through the swimming pool section quite nicely, coming to the final two right-handers. Haas getting out of the way quite nicely. Harrison sets the fastest lap of the session on a medium compound with a 10.2. Let's see what time Matt's can put in. He goes fifth fastest with 11 flat. Let's jump down through. Rainer on a flyer. Hellboy is on a flyer as well. I wonder, I did see somebody hit the wall. I'm not sure who that was. Seal goes even quicker with a 10 point flat. Actually, a 10 flat. In on a soft compound. Bilge's mates running a modified build just set up for hoping for good things tonight. Yeah, that pole position definitely helped you on Friday, mate. It was gut-wrenching for yourself. I knew how much you wanted the Monaco Grand Prix win. Sector 2, it's one of the McLarens. It is Jamie who is moving out of the way. Enzo is having a bit of connection issues again this evening. Hopefully he can get himself back in. So, a lot of the times coming through now. Who is yet to start a flying lap yet? So, Zero, Enzo, and Tomo. We might have to do a ride hot lap along with Tomo, who picked up the victory last week for the McLaren team, and as of this week, has found himself a full-time ride in that Haas team. So, it could get quite interesting. Tomo takes the lead of the championship, too. Well, I'll give you guys a points rundown as soon as we land into the pre-race lobby. Under fueling the car. Didn't help as much though. Yeah, with the safety car glitch. That is very interesting. So let's take a look forward now. Zero's on his way out with that Ferrari. And so hopefully he can get himself a lap in this evening. I think a lot of guys are letting some of these guys put a lap in and then coming out on a clear track. It is a really hard track to try to put a hot lap in, and especially if you're trying to have a cooldown lap and get out of the way for the guys that are on a hot lap. One of my favorite Grand Prix. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if these guys have any type of rain coming in the session. A lot of guys now in the pit. So Stig in that Red Bull, sitting I think P3 in the championship. Let's see what kind of time he can put on. We'll wait for Tomo to go out, and we'll do a hot lap around with Tomo. Stig, Lord Bumbledore gets himself back in that Red Bull this week. He's sitting P9. That's a really good time from Lord Bumbledore. I know he's a bit discouraged about the fact that he's been bumped to Tier 1, but The man does have racecraft. Let's see. So Stig puts a 13.7 on a medium compound. I think he can definitely improve on that. So Tomo still sitting in the pits. Couple guys now coming out for a second go, maybe. And so it looks like, is that Rayner or is that Harrison? Should let us know in just a bit. It is Harrison that's coming out. A lot of guys now jumping out into the pits. So Tomo decides to do his lap on a soft compound or a medium compound. Greetings if you guys are just joining us. Welcome to the Monaco Grand Prix Tier 1 Sunday Night Racing here at SF1. We haven't missed much. We're still in qualifying in the early stages. 10 minutes and 35 seconds remain. The real action is going to be the race, those 39 laps, to see how many people can survive. And just keeping an eye out for some of these guys. It's Jamie trying to improve. He's going to go for another lap with the medium compound, or his first lap. Stig still putting laps in, pulls into the pits. But Tomo's still sitting nice and fairly clean in that pit lane. Maybe not wanting to rush it just yet. Amadeo is on an out lap. We'll see what the Aston Martin driver can do this evening. Slowing down just a bit. Want to make sure the temperature's in the tires. I think he had a great out lap. Here he goes for a flying lap as we start up the hill. DRS is open into turn 1, and then go further up the hill. Sector 3 yellow. Looks like for just a couple of drivers moving out of the way. Through the casino corner. Amadale doing pretty well. It sets a purple sector 1, so that could be a solid time for Amadale. The man does have pace. Sometimes he just kind of picks himself up. Hey, Captain O, what is going on, Hubdi? I know you're here rooting on your Red Bull team. So this man is now on an out lap, trying to put temperature into those medium compounds. We're definitely going to ride on board with a hot lap with Tomo, the man who's leading this championship and has found himself a full-time ride for the season in that Haas car. Can he bank a lot of points for the team this week? He did win last week's race at the Spanish Grand Prix, had a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane, and was able to drive away from the field to secure that win. I will have to say the tunnel sound effects in this game are so much more realistic. I'm glad they kind of sorted that out. So guys setting at Seal still sitting at the top with a 10 flat. Smith, his teammate, sitting at a 10.1. Amadeo sets up 10.2. Seal goes even quicker with a line 109. First of the evening, 109. Guys, oh my, I might have to get my daughter here soon. Give her a bit of a nice snack before the stream started. She was snacking on strawberries. So we're going to ride on board a lap around the Monaco Grand Prix with this man, brand new full-time driver in that Haas. Coming up, DRS is wide open into turn 1. Hard on the brakes, turn right, go further up the hill. Coming into a left hand. Really throw that car in there. Down through the casino corner. Famous part where Nico spun off so he could take pole position the year with Lewis Hamilton into the 90-degree left-hander. Slowest corner on the season. They actually have to adapt a different steering wheel for this this track with the car. Coming through the tunnel now. Out of the tunnel and hard on the brakes. Into a left hand, then a right hand. Someone nails that perfectly. Carry the speed through here. Put the throttle down as much as you can into the swimming pool. Oh, tap the wall just a bit. That's going to hurt his time. He is on the medium compound, so he can probably improve if he wants to go to a soft compound. Final 2 right-handers. And DRS now back open, back up the hill to finish the lap. The Monaco Grand Prix. Goes 10th quickest. All right, so let's get ourselves back in. Jamie's on another hot lap, or out lap that is. There are those $1 million yachts that everybody likes to party on. Famous for Kimmy joining one after he DNF'd from the Monaco Grand Prix. Five minutes and 45 seconds now remain in qualifying. Who is trying to get pole? It would be really impressive to see Cressy get a pole here. Put that Williams in the front. That is basically where you want to start the Monaco Grand Prix. Nowhere else but the front. At least retires from the session. I'm gonna try to keep myself here. My daughter is going. She's got that look of what do you call it? Like she wants to rip all the cords out of my computer. Here we go. Harrison now starting a flying lap. Let's see if he can prove on his 10.2. He does. Goes 109.9. Good enough for P2 right now on the grid. Still just outside of that pole position time set by Cressy with a 109.7. The three of the drivers right now sitting in a 109. Can anybody else join that pack? Let's take a look now. Who might be on a hot lap? Is Rayner? He is. No, he's on the cooldown lap. How about Enzo? Enzo does set a time. Is he still on a flyer? I don't know if he's on a cooldown lap or not. 4 minutes and 15 seconds now. How are you guys doing? You guys enjoying your weekend? Have you enjoyed the lovely Grand Prix this morning? Or I guess it would be for afternoon for you, most of you guys. I hope they don't give me that rear end camera very much during the race. I mean, it could be nice. We're gonna click away from that. Tomo trying to put laps in. Maybe hoping he starts just outside the top 10 for a fresh set of tires coming into the race. Zero right now coming out on a brand new soft compound. Can he get himself into the 109s? I know a lot of guys, I'm going to say this right now to all these guys that are probably going to watch this stream back. For the 17 that made it this evening, I do appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys absolutely hate the Monaco Grand Prix. A lot of the guys in the chat last week, even in the podium interview, I know you guys couldn't hear, were moaning about going into the Monaco Grand Prix. But the fact that the 17 of you guys made it, it just, hats off to you guys. High five all around. Applause is due. Thank you so much for coming here and trying to race. I know it is a really hard track to league race in. As you guys see, Zero's getting a bit out of shape with that Ferrari. He's invalidated this lap. I believe it was a flyer, so let's see if he's going to go for another one. Cressy's on an out lap now. Can he improve on his 109.7? Even further stamp his number on that pole position. It would be nice to see a Williams win. I know Williams won the combined constructors last season on 2020. See if they can bring a little bit of that old glory back to the 2021 days. Eke sitting P3 now in that Alpine 109.9, so he does join the 109 club. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. So I'm keeping an eye on some of these guys. A lot of guys now coming out with 2 minutes left. It's almost like a 2-minute warning. Eke has retired from P3. Will he stay P3 at the end of this session? You're going to find out in just about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Amandale trying to get a better time put in so he can climb higher than 7th. A lot of guys on out loud. Let's see if Matson improves. Gets a little out of shape there on the exit. Stays P8. Enzo on an out lap. Zero. He's done 2 laps now on the soft, so you want to be careful. I think he's turned it down. He's not going to improve, so hopefully if he gets bumped out. Tamo is now on a soft compound. He's going to try to go for pole position and keep his name stamped in that championship battle. He's kind of a ways ahead now down at this points. Reserve points do count for drivers. They just don't go towards the team. Well, they do go towards the team. They go towards the combined as well. But it's only fair that if a reserve makes a race, those points, if he does score them, do stay with him in case he gets a full-time ride, in which case Tamo did. A lot of guys now on a flyer. Let's see if Lord Bumbledore can improve on a 11.8. He is on a soft compound. Hopefully a lot of guys are getting out of the way from each other. I haven't seen anything. Let's see. From the dry times, I can tell. I think it's going to be a dry session. Cressy in the chat says, brace yourselves. That is the best way to put it. Can Hellboy improve and get himself further up the grid than 16th? Cressy now. Let's ride on board with him as he's going to finish. Is he ghosting? No, he was not ghosting. He's going to pull into the pits and probably retire the car. So, as it stands, 109 is the time to beat. Smith gets himself back up to P2. Harrison sitting P3. Can he beat it? He does. 109.3. Almost 4/10 quicker than Cressy. So that is going to drop a couple guys. Zero gets himself P10 for the time being. Whereas Tamo bashes the wall just a bit again. Almost touches the wall as well. Cuts a lot of that corner. Whereas this time going to put the new... Oh, he spins the car into... Well, that was one way of doing it. I'm going to call Tamo the new Grosjean. Spins the car into the pit lane. Got a list now. Brand new teammate with him as well. Can he improve? As it stands, is Smith going to improve? Where is he at? He is invalidated, so the next guy is going to be Mats, who's... Is he on a flyer? Is he cooled down? He's cooled down. He's out of fuel. That is going to be it for qualifying here at the Monaco Grand Prix. Harrison is going to grab pole position. That is exactly where he wants to be to try to turn his early days in this championship defense around. I know he's sitting P6 right now in the championship, so maybe the Monaco Grand Prix can be turned his way. He can start charging for some of those points at the front. Mats is retired. See if this does. That's it. That's going to be it. We're going to load into the race momentarily. I'll give you guys a points rundown, and we'll be off for the 39 laps around Monaco. Harrison grabs pole position. We have Cressy in P2. Dylan Smith is in third. Eke fourth. We have Seal fifth. Rayner finishes sixth. Enzo seventh. Amadale eighth. The two Aston Martins looking quite pacey this evening. Can they keep that in the race? Matt's 9th, 0-10. Tamo's 11th. Elise is 12th. We have Lisp in 13th. Stig 14th. Hellboy is 15th. Jamie 16th. And Lord Bumbledore is in 17th. All right, now we're gonna load up for the race. I'll give you guys a look at the combined points and the tier 1 points. Waiting for this race to kick off. 5 minutes. What are we at? 55. So we should go right at the hour mark. Take a look now at the combined points so far through round 3. Coming into round 4, you have Red Bull leading the way. I know Hub D, you're gonna be super happy about that with 291 points. Running down the order, we have Ferrari in second. Alfa Romeo in third. We have Williams fourth. We have AlphaTauri in fifth. Mercedes in sixth. McLaren seventh. We have Aston Martin eighth. Haas in ninth, but I think they're going to get quite a bit of a boost with Tamo joining the league, or not the league, but joining Tier 1 as a full-time driver. And rounding out the top 10, we have Alpine. But to give you guys a look at the drivers, it is heating up as Tamo has gotten himself a full-time ride. He has now taken the lead of the Tier 1 championship with 92 points. Closest competitor behind him is Zero, sitting right there in second. Stig, we have Rayner fourth. Eke is fifth. We have Harrison at sixth. Got a Lisp 7th. Seals 8th. We We have Elise in 9th. Smith is in 10th. We have Jamie in 11th. Enzo 12th. Hellboy 13th. K16 14th. Bumbledore 15th. Amadale 16th. Matt sitting 17th. Cressy in 18th. We have Welder, who is not here this evening. I did not see his name. And we have Soap, who I think he is having internet issues, so he might not be able to make most of these races. We'll have to take a look. But until then, guys, we're going to wait for that time to tick down. Stay with us. I'm going to rest my voice and say hi to my daughter, who's right behind me, checking out what I'm doing. Let's jump into the race. I'll be right there with you guys in probably about 3 minutes. Stay with us. It is going to be quite a race indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monaco Grand Prix is about to begin. 10 seconds away. Right before we begin with those 5 red lights, we will have the formation lap. Let's get these points off the screen so you guys can take a nice clean look at the 17 drivers that are going to line up on the grid this evening for Tier 1. 39 laps are going to be what these guys have ahead. Actually, let's get some of this stuff off the screen now. Give you guys a nice look at everybody rounding in the formation lap. Run down the order here. Going up in turn 1. Want to get these compounds as warm as possible. Everybody behave on the formation lap. You don't want to start the Monaco Grand Prix in a cold set of tires, especially with these. So I think a lot of these drivers are going to be very, very pleased to get out of this alive if they can survive. This track is all about rhythm. You find yourself in that inch of just closing your mind off and just following the track. You can have a good race, but leaving yourself open to just the smallest bit of frustration or any type of distraction can lead you to either a front wing change or a DNF. So we'll see how these guys get through this race. Hopefully they can keep their eyes on that prize. This man is going to be the one that's going to try to put those 39 laps through and behind him and try to pick up the victory. I did let these guys know that the podium interview is probably not going to happen this evening. I have to sort that out myself. I just haven't had time. I do apologize. It's something with... I never had a problem on my Xbox One, but as soon as I got the Xbox Series X, for some reason, the Elgato I use picks up the sound. It's coming through, but nobody can hear him. I don't know why, but they can hear me perfectly fine. Hubsy, you're mistaken. Stop spamming the chat, Hubsy. I will show the tires in just a bit. Fairmoto, once we get to racing, I believe most of these guys on the top 10 are going to be on the soft compound. Everybody else behind them is going to be on a medium compound. I can actually take a look here. Yeah, most of those bands are medium. I don't think anybody's going to start this race on hards. Nope, that is not going to be the case. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. All the cars are pointed up to the grid spots. Wait for those guys to pull up. Go back to the front row. Wait for those 5 red lights. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 are lit. And we are. Go, go, go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Can Harrison get a good start? Can Cressy get a good start coming up to turn 1? Look at all those guys packing back. Let's go. Oh, there's a bit of squeeze going up to turn 1. Harrison holds on to the lead. Cressy's right behind him. We have Hondas as I believe there's 2 AlphaTauris. We have Seal and Smith following right through. Harrison gets a good start. He's hold on to the lead. Can anybody try to make a move? Let's jump with the McLaren coming into a little bit of on-track action. Oh, we have an Aston Martin going for a move on Rayner. Green flag. Hopefully, what does it look like behind? Oh, Tom was trying to put a squeeze on that Ferrari going in the hairpin. It looks like it might have worked out. No, the Ferrari's going to fight back. Getting close. Shoulders are out here at the Monaco Grand Prix. Going through the tunnel now. And we're going to exit out of the tunnel right now. Coming in hairpin. It looks like Harrison is still holding on the lead. Once these guys complete a lap, I'll show you guys the tires and everything you guys need to know. The Delta, as they call it. Oh, we have the Ferrari spinning in the back. I'm not sure if that is Zero or if that is Hellboy. Unfortunate for him. Harrison is going to lead the first lap of this Grand Prix exactly where he wants to be. Sir Sharks has joined. Not sure who you are. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to race. The race is already up, but we're going to get the Delta back up for you guys. Let's get the tires on. I know that was the question. Interval and tire. Oh, so we do have a hard compound. Lisbeth decided to go for a hard compound. He's going to be able to take those tires really deep, but he's going to have to wait for the temperatures to come up on those tires. They're going to take a couple laps. Harrison holding on the lead. Everybody else is pretty spaced out. Both the Aston Martin drivers doing really well, holding on to 7th and 8th through this race. Matt sitting in 9th. Tomo has found himself in 10th. We have 0 and 11th, so it was Hellboy that we saw in the Ferrari. Looks like Jamie has decided to pit. I wonder if he had an issue or if he hit the wall at some point, so he's on his way out. Safety car. I don't think a safety car is going to happen this evening. From what we found out in Tier 3 and Tier 2, there's a glitch at the Monaco Grand Prix that if you're on reduced, it doesn't come out at all. Zero gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Already cutting corners on lap 2 here. Cressy following with Harrison right ahead of him. He has Smith just behind him. And Seal, the other teammate, AlphaTauri could have a good haul of points this evening if they can hold on to 3rd and 4th. ERS now is enabled for these drivers. Hellboy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. The 2 drivers now find themselves in the land. Patience is a virtue here. Tomo's going to have to learn that, being on the medium compound for these guys ahead of him. He's going to have to wait his turn and just wait for these softs to start to die off a little bit. Maybe these guys will pit a little early. Doing very nicely to hold on just behind that McLaren, though. Take a look now. Harrison extends the gap at the front over a second, so that's going to leave Cressy out of the DRS range. Now he pulls it right back in. Jump on board with the Williams driver. Oh, maybe a little tinted there. My daughter has walked up next to me. She's super excited. Enzo gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Pressy is out of that DRS range now. Smith just behind him. Does anybody have DRS? It looks like Enzo is going to have DRS on his teammate. Oh, what has happened there? Mats and Tomo going after it in the turn one. Let's jump on board. Oh, Mats gets a little bit into the wall. Can he go? Oh, this is going to be dangerous. I wouldn't go for a move there. He backs out of it. Oh, that was close. Championship leader really trying to press his way through the field right now with those medium compounds. Is he going to try to vote for a move here? No, he backs out of it. Oh, is he going to hang around the hairpin? Jump on board with Zero and get a really good look here at this battle going ahead of him. Tomo just ahead. It's going to be close. Tomo stays behind. Almondale gets himself a 3-second time penalty as well. So, right now as it stands, we have Harrison leading this race with 1.7. That's right what he wanted. Tomo! Did he collect the wall? No damage to be found on that hat, so he's a lucky man right now. Trying to press the car a little bit too hard. He now has Zero right behind him in that Ferrari. Tomo does have DRS to try to pull himself closer to the McLaren ahead. So Sharks is left the session, so see you later. Oh, does Tomo have damage? Zero now right behind him. Is Zero gonna think about a move coming down? No, he's gonna. Oh, that's close. These guys, it's so amazing to see how close these guys can get on track and just have that extra control not to ram into somebody in the back. You really have to be confident in your brake pedal, to be honest. Going through the tunnel now. Seal gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That could be big. Eke's right behind within that 3 seconds. And my daughter is handing me her toys. We're going to jump back through. Let's see. I think this is the closest battle. Now we have Enzo battling his teammate. Is Amandale going to let Enzo through? I don't know. They're pretty close in battling Rainer just ahead. Rainer's doing really well in this championship, sitting P4. Rainer trying to hold off both Aston Martins. Oh, as Amandale thought about making a move that might have ended in disaster, but pulls out of it. Rainer trying the best he can to hold on to this position. He does have two Aston Martin teammates right behind him, so it could be a little bit more difficult than he thinks. But man has a lot of drivability. He is a great racer. I think he can hold on to his own. But sets laughing faces. Matt, this is still allowing Mats to catch right back up too. I don't see any damage coming to these guys. These guys have been set in a rhythm quite nicely. Jump on board with the McLaren driver. CDO. That is how quickly that race can stop. Or, sorry, daughter's throwing stuff at me. But yeah, that's how quickly your race can end. Matt's really trying to hold on to the McLaren. Up the hill, out of DRS range. Is Amandale gonna go for a move on Rainer? No, backs out of it. Are they gonna go for a move up the hill? Enzo's right behind. Rainer is just making that Mercedes as wide as possible. And this battle is getting quite spicy. We have Harrison still leading with a 2.1, 2.2 gap now. Seal is closing in on his teammate. But he does have that 3-second time penalty to his name. Take a look down the field. Amy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Yellow, sector 3. Is that for Hellboy? Or is that for Jamie? No, Jamie's in sector 1. That is probably for Hellboy. Harrison doing what he needs to do to try to get his championship back on the right track. Leading this race right now. On to lap 8 we go. Pressy still sitting in P2. gap at the top is pretty far up. It's quite impressive. We have Amandale pulling into the pits. He's going to be the first to dive into the pits off of the soft compound. He's going to go to the medium compound, so he's going to make this a two-stop race. So it's going to put Eke now just behind Rainer. And Enzo have a go at Rainer and try to make a pass. One of the most difficult tracks to make a pass, I would say. We're going to see where these guys come out. Enzo actually has himself a time penalty, so that might come into play later in this race. We have Jamie, who's DNF. Let's jump on board. Where has that happened? Where in the heck has that happened? Okay, must have been in the pits. Enzo gets himself another 3-second time penalty. So Harrison decides to stay out. As I said, no safety car is going to happen in this race. Stig gets himself a 3-second time penalty. They're starting to march in on those penalties. Take a look now. Enzo. Rainer does pull into the pits. That's going to put Enzo up to P6 now on 6 seconds worth of time penalties. When will the guys on the soft dive into the pits? 0. And everybody from 7th up to 1st yet to pit in this race. A lot of positions going back and forth. A lot of guys diving for those hard compounds to make it a one-stop. Mediums will go to the end, Hubby says. But from the amount of hard compounds I'm seeing, it's interesting. Lisp was on his way out just ahead of the Red Bull. I believe that's Stig. Cressy gets a 3-second time penalty. Jump on board now. Let's see if this man is going to dive into the pits this lap. Not yet. Will Cressy. Nil for that too. The two teammates on soft compounds. These guys are actually going to have to play it out quite well. I wonder if they're talking to each other. Amadeo gets himself a 3-second time penalty. The two AlphaTauris are going to have to split each other in pit strategy. So I wonder, with Smith leading, he'll either take pit stop first or he'll let his teammate take the pit stop. So Eke now out on the hard compound. And he should be able to take this to the end. He's going to come out right ahead of Elise there. Where's Eke? Eke's right there. Oh, Eke joins right. Ooh. A little too happy on the throttle for Eke. Almost ditches the car into the wall, but holds on to it. Eke doing quite nicely though. Gets right behind Amandale. 2-lap old mediums for Amandale, chasing down Elise yet to pit. So I have to take a sector 2 yellow. Not for this man, not for this man either. So Seal is going to be the first of the AlphaTauris to dive into the pits. And he is going to go, it looks like he's going to go and hop onto the medium. Yep, it is going to be the medium compound for the AlphaTauri driver. And serving a, no, okay, it was just a game glitch. This game is lovely. Is that Tomo? Is Tomo going to get a run on Seal? No, it's, oh. Amandale gets another 3-second time penalty. Tomo almost lost that car. Stig gets another 3-second time penalty. I am saying right now, if Elise can get himself into the battle, where he is battling Eke quite heavily, he could jump a lot of these positions, depending on when these guys decide to pit and where they come out at. If Smith can get himself closer to Cressy, he could find himself in a P2. But he could attack and try to find himself right behind that Mercedes of SF1 Harrison. But Harrison is putting the laps in. He is 4.3 seconds up the road. Smith is going to dive into the pits. Harrison's going to stay out for another lap on these soft compounds. Seal does get out on the medium compounds, rejoining the track at P5. Where are the other guys? They're starting to come around now. Can Seal jump him? Let's jump on board. This guy's out now. Where's his teammate? There's his teammate now. There's his teammate. No, that's Cressy. Cressy's gonna join just before. So yeah, the undercut worked for Seal by quite a bit because there is Smith just behind him. So now it's down to Enzo and Harrison. See when these two decide to jump off these soft compounds. Hellboy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. When will those two decide to pit? We are in lap 12 out of 39. Sector 2 yellow. Only one driver so far with a DNF to his name, and that is the McLaren of Jamie. I don't see much damage happening either. Jamie has left the session. Unfortunate drive this evening, mate. Hopefully next week can be a little bit better. Next week we go to another street track, which is interesting. We're going to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I almost forgot where we were going at the beginning of the stream, but I remember off the top of my head because I thought to myself, wow, that is interesting. 2 street tracks in a row. Best to get them out of the way, though. The Baku Grand Prix can be quite as interesting as the Monaco Grand Prix when it comes to league racing. Just trying to see. Amadeo is chasing down Tomo. Jump on board with Tomo. He's having a lot of grip struggles coming out of the exit of turn 1. Amadeo really putting his shoulders out, giving that pass a bit of a nudge. He's going to go for a move on the inside. Is it going to stick? Amadeo gets his shoulders out. Amadeo puts himself into P6. No holding back there from the Aston Martin driver. That was a decisive move to go down. Oh yeah, okay. These time penalties are really starting to fly in now. I wonder if Tomo is fighting something. I wonder if he has any side pod damage or something with the car. He's really struggling with that soft compound or the medium compound. Oh, what has happened to Enzo? He's spun. Is he going to pull into the pits? Yeah, he's going to pull into the pits now. We did see Harrison pull into the pits to get himself a new medium compound. Cressy's right there. What has happened there? Stig. It's almost like his engine blew. Interesting. My daughter's actually now over playing with my racing setup. It's hilarious. She loves the wheel. She is going to be a racer one day. Much to my wife's distaste on that one. So Cressy finds himself into P2 now. So the undercut was really strong. Look how close it's put him to SF1's Harrison. Coming through the tunnel. Can he get that Williams to go? Both powered by the Mercedes unit. Is Cressy the George Russell today? Nicely done. Ooh, little hesitant. Turned in a bit early on that corner. Smith going now. Fighting with his teammate. I think Seal let him pass. Since Seal is on a time penalty, I think he's going to let his teammate fly. Just follow this toe. Try to pull up next to him. This battle at the front could get interesting. Stig has retired from the Monaco Grand Prix. Wow, what has happened to Cressy? Cressy must have had an incident. The two AlphaTauris still going after it. No damage from the Williams. I wonder if these guys are having damage, and I just can't see it. As Eke is now coming up behind Tomo in that pass. He does have at least just behind him, too. It looks like Elise is on a very, very smooth rhythm. Ah, he just goes right over that bump, too. Why not? I mean, it doesn't really slow you down in the game as much as it does in the real Monaco Grand Prix. Rides that curve quite nicely. Here we go into the tunnel. Is Eke gonna get closer to Tomo? Not close enough for a move just yet. Tomo struggling a little bit with those tires. As you see, Elise picks up a 3-second time penalty. Stig is the host of this lobby, so if you're listening to me right now, Stig, do not back out of this lobby, please. Tomo does lock up yet again. Lap 16 out of 39. Eke gets DRS. I don't think he's going to be close enough for a run into turn 1, though. We'll see how Tomo gets out of turn 1. He has been struggling here most. And so, ooh, Eke does a little bit too. He gets washed out into the rear end, I think, from the dirty air. But Harrison's put his foot down, back to almost a 3-second. It is now 3 seconds between himself and Cressy. Two AlphaTauris jump actually right behind Cressy. Let's take a look at the penalties as we are nearly halfway, I would say. Maybe past halfway. Cressy is on 3. We have C on 6. Smith is on... He is actually clean as a whistle. We have Amadale on 9 seconds. Tomo's on 3. We have Eke clean as a whistle. Something has happened to Lisp. Elise is on 3. We have Enzo on 9. Zero's on 3. Lisp is on 5. And we have Hellboy on 12 seconds. And that was a lovely aerial camera, and I missed it. So, for some reason, Seals jumped into the pits. For a new front wing. Yeah, okay, I'm not seeing any of the damage on these cars. You guys see it. Clear as day. That wing looks perfectly fine. I wonder what's that. It's a new glitch as well. So the damage is happening here. I just can't see it, which is a shame. So Harrison now leading the not the championship, as he would hope that he can lead the championship. Lisp has decided to retire the car in the pit box. You can understand frustration might be settling in for that Haas driver. So that is now 3 drivers that are out of this Grand Prix. We have Lisp, Stig, and Jamie. Smith now. Lord Bumbledore gets a 5-second for... Oh, that's pretty harsh. 5 seconds right away for corner cutting. I wonder if he just shot the chicane outside of the tunnel. Can Smith hold on between himself and Cressy and nab that P2? Cressy, I believe, let me take another look. He is on 3 seconds, so it is going to be crucial for Dylan to, or I keep saying Dylan, for Smith to get within that 3 seconds. He's holding within 2 seconds right now. Let's keep a look at the battles that are ensuing now. We have Eke, who does make a move around Tomo. I missed it. Eke up to P5. Enzo has retired from the race. It happened on track. I think it might have been in the pits as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, it was in the pits. Keep a lookout for Elise chasing down Tomo in that Haas. Eke holding on to P5 as it stands. Clears a whistle on penalty, so if he can get himself closer to Amadale. And let's see, Amadale and Smith. Amadale has quite a bit of penalties to his name. Wish I could race. NXR Josh, we missed you. Hopefully all is well, Nate. Amadale smacks the wall and gets another time penalty. Not sure. Yeah, I can't tell. I wish. I mean, come on, Codemasters. How hard is it to show me if these guys are having damage now? 0. Yeah, the 2 Ferraris today. Hopefully they can turn it around. They do have quite a bit of laps to put in. Let's see if they can get themselves further up the field. Anything can happen in this race. As you see, Seals chasing down Rayner. Rayner does have DRS on at least just ahead. At least chasing down Tomo going up the hill. This is now the closest battle on track, so I'm going to probably sit here for a bit. Seal, unfortunately, did box. He was right behind his teammate sitting at P4. But for some reason, I think he must have had damage. I wonder if these guys are hitting side pod damage at all. It'd be interesting to see. I'm not seeing any of that this evening for some reason. Lovely game from Codemasters. Here we go, into the tunnel. Let's see if Seal's going to make a move on Rayner into the... He does. Decisive move from the AlphaTauri driver to get himself ahead of Rayner. Now he can chase down at least just ahead of him. Both these AlphaTauris look really, really quick this evening. Going through the swimming pool section now. Oh, Seal! Oh, that was a bit of a Leclerc move from 2019. Patience is a virtue. Oh, he's going to take it in turn one, though. Is he going to send it? He's going to go in wide. Take a bit of the curve. Oh, up the hill. This is not going to end well. Side by side. Oh, he tapped the wall. I wonder if that's damage. At least has his shoulders out. This is going to put Rayner right back in the battle. Seal's going to put himself... Oh, he's tapped the wall again. And he's trying to force his way around in the hairpin. You can hear the clip. Oh, that was right into the wall. These guys, shoulder to shoulder. A lot of a lot of contact. Seal pushes his way past Elise. Is Elise going to have a look going out of the tunnel into the hairpin? Oh, he tapped the wall as well. This is going to help Tomo. Tomo's just going to clearly ride away with these guys fighting. I don't know if this Seal has any damage, though. He's right behind Tomo on that Haas. As Smith is closing in on Cressy for P2. We'll stay on board with these guys. Seal is just not having it. He's going to go for it now. Is he going to go for it in with Tomo in the turn one? Oh, he's thinking about it. Will shoulders come out again? Is he going to go for a move up the hill? He's a little too far back for that. Is he going to send one here? No, Tomo's going to block it off. Tomo putting the shoulders, making that Haas as wide as possible into the hairpin. Seal's just going to hold behind. Enzo has left the session. Unfortunate for Enzo this evening. Coming out of the tunnel. Seal is right there. Is Seal going to send one into the hairpin? He's thinking about it. Oh, side by side. Ooh, oh, a bit archy-barchy. But Seal makes his way past. Elise now in P8. I wonder how much... I mean, I'm not seeing too many of these guys pit, but I'm also not seeing any end plates come off either, so I wonder how many of these guys are, in fact, carrying wing damage as Tomo sends it right into the wall. There's Rayner now. Ooh, that's interesting. Pulls in the pits right ahead of Rayner. Lord Bumbledore gets a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, frustration can definitely be seen here. Oh no, my daughter now has paint. It's gonna get paint everywhere. This could only end badly. But Cressy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. I believe that puts up 6. That's gonna put Smith in the catbird seat for P2 as it stands. He is chasing down that Williams. Tomo gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This now the closest battle. Can Cressy get himself further down? Or not further down, but away from this AlphaTauri. He is sitting on 6 seconds. Cressy holding on to P2. P3 on track. We have Amandale that's sitting on quite a few penalties himself. Eke could find himself into a podium position this evening. He is sitting on the hard compounds, which will last a lot longer. After a while, these medium compounds are going to start to dag a little bit more. And those hards are going to look mighty tasty for Eke coming towards the end of the race. 23 laps into this, 39 is the total. And Smith getting himself closer, going in through the swimming pool section now. Carry that speed. A lot of these guys are hitting that. Amandale gets another time penalty. What is he up to now? Let's see. Amandale is up to 15 seconds, so he has to be careful. I think 25 seconds is the penalty or the DQ zone. So a couple guys making 2 stops. We have Pomodoro making 3 stops. Guys on the 1-stop strategy. Position change right now. Amandale's up 4 positions. Elise is up 5. We have Tomo up 1. Hellboy's up 3. And we have Lord Bumbledore up 4. Seal gets himself a time penalty. Biggest loser so far of the guys that are remaining is Rainer, who's only down 2 positions. So these guys have held position quite nicely so far this race. Keeping an eye on the Delta. We have Zero now. Let's jump on Zero battling Tomo. Harrison gets himself a 3-second time penalty. He is 8.3 seconds up the road though, so I don't think he's really concerned about that just yet. But that Ferrari is looking mighty, mighty strong. Can he go for a move here? Sector 2 yellow. Keep an eye on the Delta. Look like anybody has had a moment there. Zero chasing down Tomo in that Haas. Tomo's brand new hard compound compared to Zero's brand new medium actually. Zero pitted. Going for a 2-stop in this race. As Hellboy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. In through the tunnel. Out of the tunnel, coming into the hairpin. Tomo locks up that front left again. Blue flags for somebody. Would that be Harrison that's chasing them down? He is. He makes it past Lord Bumbledore. Jump on board with our race leader as it stands. Sector 2 yellow, Sector 2 and 3. That is Lord Bumbledore has had a moment on the exit of a final corner. He's gonna have DRS. Unfortunate for Bumbledore this evening. Harrison still leading the way. Smith chasing down Cressy on track. And Seal is chasing down Eke. Eke yet to have a time penalty this evening. What has happened here? Tomo and Zero having quite a little battle going on. More contact this evening. It looks like that Ferrari is through. Putting Tomo down to P11 on the grid. Although you would be discouraged, but in SF1, everybody that finishes the race or within 5 laps of the finish does score points. Makes it a little bit more competitive. That way, it kind of gears. Oh, I think Rainer just shot through that. And that wasn't Rainer. That was Harrison, who's completely missed that chicane. This will be interesting. He is coming up on Zero and Tomo, both ahead on the championship points. Will they kindly move over? Here comes Harrison. Lap 27 out of 39. So we're coming up to just about 10 laps to go. Sector 3 yellow. Is that Bumbledore again? It is Bumbledore. There is a piece of the car there. I'm not sure what that is, but it doesn't disappear from the car itself. Let's see. Yeah, his wing looks perfectly fine. And just takes the whole wing off. So now he definitely doesn't have any wing. So at least we can see that. But what's the one to see? This man does get around Tomo. Tomo does get out of the way for Harrison quite nicely. Elise is into the pits yet again. 25 laps. Actually, this might be his first stop. Yeah, 25 laps. No, it might be. He's going to go for the soft compound. Can he grab the fastest lap of the race as well? A lot of these guys a bit spaced out now. Cressy, oh, Smith has gotten around Cressy. Wonder if Cressy's let him go through since Cressy is sitting on a time penalty. Seal is chasing Eke. Elise now is on the back of Tomo. Coming out of those pits on a brand new soft compound. These two are ghosting I think it's because they're that close to Harrison. I wonder if that's going to help at least just make his way through Tomo in case Tomo slows up just a bit. Nope, they're not ghosting anymore, so he's going to have to do this on merit. Sector 1 yellow. Oh, what has happened to Seal? He now definitely has wing damage, even though... Can we see it? We can see that. Oh, that's okay. That is weird. Now I can start seeing the wing damage, as I couldn't see it before. Eke has wing damage as well. He is missing an end plate on the left side of that wing. And that has backed him off way down off of Amundale. He's sitting in P4. Hellboy gets himself a 3-second time penalty. This man leading the way by 10.8 seconds. What a dominating race so far for this man. 10 laps remain. Can he hold it together? A lot can happen in Monaco Grand Prix in 10 laps. Nobody is safe on this game. I've seen DNFs come in a blink of an eye. Matt's chasing down Rainer. McLaren versus Mercedes. I'm glad I haven't seen that helmet coach though this evening, where the drivers don't have a helmet. Right behind the Mercedes now. Let's jump on board with Rainer. Look at his rear view mirror. There's Matt coming up with the McLaren. Can he get close? Is he gonna have a lunge into turn 1? No, a little too far behind. Oh, the McLaren gets a little out of shape. Eke and zero. Oh, Eke's decided to pit for a brand new medium compound. I wonder why he's done that. 30 laps to, or 9 laps to go. No time penalty to his name. He's going to put himself out in P11. I wonder if he just couldn't manage those hard compounds anymore. Oh, you know what? I know what it was. It was the end plate that he was missing. I think he wanted a brand new wing. Rainer now trying to chase down Seal just ahead. Seal gets himself another time penalty. This could put Rainer up into a nice position. He is... Seal's 27 seconds behind Amundale, but Amundale does have, I believe, 18 seconds worth of penalties. Let's take a look again. No, just 15 still. Seal has 12. Harrison has 3. Oh, Eke has gotten himself his first time penalty. Seal's gone up through. Seal's going to pit. So that's going to put Rainer up to P5. Can he put the laps in to get himself closer to Amundale? He just has to find just about 15 seconds. It's going to have 9 laps to do it. Only 3 drivers now without a time penalty this evening. We have Eke now in the back of Elise. Take a look at the tires again. He has the fastest lap. Where's our leader of this race, Harrison? So he's going to get the extra points that come his way for that interval. Let's see. Everybody down the Tomos with a lap down. Penalties. Let's go back to tires. Elise sitting on fresh softs with Eke's fresh mediums just ahead. Matt's right on the back of that Mercedes now. Both of these two without a time penalty, so this is for position on the track. Matt's is going to open up. Oh, he might have sent it a little too hard. He somehow makes that stick, though. Rainer now into P6. That will do it. I mean, those 18-lap-old mediums compared to 22-lap-old hards. Probably almost exactly the same on Deg. Take a look down through the field. These two are the closest. We have Eke now charging. Hellboy gets himself another time penalty. Hellboy is just not having a very good race this evening. Probably a little frustration. Track isn't that hard to get a time penalty, especially if you blow chicane. or the hairpin out of the tunnel. And Eke have a run on Tomo here just ahead. Both now sitting on 10 penalties. I believe this is for position on track. Eke on brand new mediums compared to Tomo's, I wouldn't say super worn, but he has put 9 laps on those hard compounds. Lap 32 out of 39. Laps are starting to tick down. Eke took a lot of that sausage curb. Eke trying to get a nice run on the exit here of the final turn, turn 19 coming up. DRS is open for him. Looked like he got a little out of shape on the exit though, so he's not going to be close enough. Dumbledore gets himself a 3-second time penalty going up the hill. Seal sets the fastest lap of the race with 1:11.2, stealing those extra points away from Harrison. Oh, Tom. Oh. Is Eke going to have a look here? No, he's going to hold behind Tomo. Eke is a legend when it comes to racing side by side with. This man will leave you space, but he will put the car in an aggressive position when he needs to for that position. Eke now following Tomo through the tunnel. Is he going to have a lunge here into the hairpin? Tomo puts his shoulders out. Eke's going to follow right behind him still. The 33 laps done in the book. Keeping an eye on that 39th lap. These laps are ticking down. Eke opens the car up. Is he thinking about it? He's going to put the car in the inside. Don't think it's job done though. Is he going to go side by side? No, he backs out. It tucks behind that Haas. Is he going to open the Haas up here for a move? Tomo's going to put the shoulders out. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I think that's going to be probably looked at. I think Tomo might have made a move a little too late. Penalty update, please. You got it. Penalties as they stand. Harrison sitting on 3. We have Cressy on 6. And Rayners has gotten himself a 3-second time penalty. Amadale sitting on 15 seconds. We have 0 on 3. Tomo's on 6. Eke's on 3. Seal's on 12. Elise is on 3. Hellboy's now put himself up to 21 seconds worth of penalties. And we have Lord Vomador, who's a lap down, sitting on 6 seconds. Right back to tires. Lap 34. I wonder where our leader is at right now. Coming up to 35 laps. So, just about 4 laps remain. Can Harrison hold it together and put his championship title back in defense mode? Sitting P6 of the first couple 3 races didn't quite go his way. DNFing in Monza. And he make a charge back to the front, winning the last 2 titles here at SF1. Pressure is definitely on his shoulders. You think it would be off after winning a championship or 2. But I know this man has been sweating, trying to get himself back up in title contention. Well, the way things are going right now, he's a smooth sailing. He could probably coast a bit. He's got 12.8 seconds between himself and Smith behind, so he typically actually 9 seconds to spare here, since Smith is clear, but Harrison does have a 3-second time penalty. No problem, Noda. Take a look now. Vomador just trying to do what he can to survive. Smith, Cressy, Armandale, Rayner is coming up. Mats is following Rayner. Can he get closer? 0. Any battles going on? That guy's still battling Tomo. Now let's just put Seal into the talks here. At least is 26 seconds down the road from these 3. Hellboy gets himself another time penalty. He's inching closer to that DSQ. It's either 25 seconds or it's 28 seconds. I can't quite remember. These guys actually are closing in on 0, who's just ahead. All these guys have time penalties, so it could be anybody's game here. And that camera angle I was talking about qualifying has shown itself. Eke looking like he's going to try to make a move here on the exit of the tunnel. Nothing doing yet. But yeah, these four are now in a battle with each other. Lap 36. Let's jump on board with Seals. Oh, Seals has touched the wall. Oh, that was super close. Millimeters some barriers here at Monaco. Going up the hill now. Eke found a run. He has in Zero's up ahead too. Zero gonna put the shoulders out when it comes to Tomo and that Haas. Oh, this is gonna get spicy. Everybody goes around the hairpin now. Lap 37 out of 39. Almost to the penultimate lap of this race. Harrison gets another time penalty, putting up to 6. But the man being 14 seconds ahead, he's not going to slip that too much. Harrison opened it up. No, not Harrison. Eke has opened up the car, but didn't put a move in. Might have made a mistake. It's going to open up the gap for Eke. Side by side into the second to last corner. Eke's going to back out of it and try to have a run here. DRS, he's going to go up the hill ahead. Is the move going to hang on? No. He's side by side going up the hill. But Eke's just holding back. He was thinking about there as well. Sector 3 yellow. I think that might be 4. Let's take a look. That is Lord Bumbledore again. Just doing what he has to survive this race and pick up points. Harrison now starts the penultimate lap of this race. Actually, he's in Sector 2, coming in Sector 3. There's his teammate. He's actually passed his teammate. Let's jump back with this battle going on here. Zero trying to hold off Tomo, and Eke just behind. Seal's looking quite pacey. Tomo gets himself another time penalty. I have no idea where these guys are going to finish when it comes to time penalties. Hellboy sets the fastest lap of the race. Seal just smashes into the barrier. That's gonna... No, Lisa's a little bit further down the ride. Let's ride with this man. Actually, we'll jump back and forth with him. This battle here is a little bit too tasty to jump away from. Take a look. Oh, Zero's lost traction in the rear. This is going to open up the door for Tomo to put his squeeze on. Side by side. Tomo's going to try to run away now. I think Harrison is behind these guys battling like crazy. Okay, is he going to open up? I think Zero's going to let him through. He has. So that is Eke up in position. Let's jump back with the man leading this race. He's done everything he needed to. Coming up into the final few corners this basically this weekend, this race. Into the yacht session. And then into the swimming pool section. What a drive from this man. 17 seconds up the road from P2. Harrison is going to come home and win this Monaco Grand Prix. Cheers to the Mercedes driver. Let's jump on board with Smith. Coming into Sector 3 now. He's got a couple guys ahead of him. So Matt's finished his P5, Rainer P6, Hellboy's P12, Lord Bumdore's P13. Here comes Smith to finish P2 in that AlphaTauri. Solid drive from himself this evening. Pressy Football has done what he needed to, so Eke's P7, Zero P8, Tomo's P9, Seal's P10. Pressy is going to finish this race, and that Williams in P3 for a podium position. And just Armadale's had quite a quiet race, but he's gotten himself in that Aston Martin up to P4. So solid race for himself this evening. That is going to do it for the Monaco Grand Prix. driver of the day, Amandale. All right, we're going to give you guys a rundown of the finishing order this evening. Harrison picks up a win to put his championship defense back on track. We have Smith in second, Cressy Football third, rounding out your podium this evening. Sorry I cannot do a podium interview. I will try to sort it by next week, guys. I do apologize. Amadale is fourth. We have RL Mats in fifth, Rainer sixth, Eke seventh, Zero in eighth, Tomo is in ninth. We have Seal finishing 10th. Elise is 11th, Hellboy 12th, and Lord Bumbledore 13th. We lose out of this race Enzo, Gotta Lisp, Stig, and Jamie. But that's going to be it, guys. Make sure you tune in for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix next week. We will see you then. This is SF1 Road signing out. Hopefully you enjoyed the race. Everybody, have a wonderful week. We will see you next week.